Appreciate it.
Black, well, yeah, black.
Your daddy's a black? Okay. What about his?
Black, he like hardly, he figured out was like in the obituary. I mean, that was like the first time he really like, yeah, that was my dad.
Okay. Well, if I had to ask you, and that's you know, I mean, that's how it is. That's you know, biblical too. If I had to ask you, what would you say? Who would you say you are in the Bible?
Who would I say I am?
Mm-hmm. Who would God call you? Would God say, "Hey, that's just a black man," or like, what would God call you in the Bible? If I was looking for your people in the Bible, where can I go to find you? You know?
I mean, I feel like, okay, well, I kind of have a different perspective. You could be a rock, you could be a tree, you could be a dog, you could be a cat, but you're a human. So I feel like everybody who is human is a son of, maybe not everybody, but yeah, sons and daughters of God.
Romans 9:7. Son and daughter of God.
Yeah.
You say everybody?
Yeah.
Or just about everybody?
You have the, you know what I'm saying? You have free will to choose to obey him or not. But like, I mean, the fact that you have consciousness, you know.
Let's try this. Check this out. Let's see, because anything we're going to show you, we got to prove everything out of the Bible. So instead of me just saying what I feel, I'm going to show you what the Bible says. And we're going to let that be the judge. Check the Bible say.
This is Romans 9 and verse 7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children.
Just because you come out of Abraham, because the Lord, he only made a promise and a covenant with Abraham. But the Bible say even just because you come from Abraham, that don't make you a son of God. But he's there already showing you a difference. You actually have to come from Abraham to be a son of God in the first place.
I'm not the son of God. I'm saying like
a son of God.
Yeah,
yeah,
son,
yeah. And I'm not saying that you're not. I'm just saying everybody is. Check this out. Run it back. 9-7.
Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children. But in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
Abraham had a couple of sons, but in Isaac, that son is the chosen one. Come on.
That is which are the children of the flesh. These are not the children of God.
Everybody, just because they got flesh on them, that don't make them a child of God. Come on.
But the children of the promise are counted for the seed.
The children of the promise. The Lord had made a promise that Abraham's seed is going to be blessed. Who were the children of the promise? Give me verse 4, unless you had some.
I'll go back to Genesis.
Check this out. Let's see who the children of the promise are. Check this out.
Romans 9 and verse 4. Who are Israelites?
Who are who?
Who are Israelites?
The Israelites, okay.
I haven't had a DNA lineage. You know, if I had to guess, I said like Yoruba.
Yeah, those are Jews. If you're a Yoruba, you're a Jew. If you're Igbo, you're a Jew. But we're going to give you the DNA test right now. Check this out.
To whom pertaineth the adoption?
Hold it, start it over.
Who are Israelites?
Who are Israelites?
To whom pertaineth the adoption?
The adoption belongs to the Israelites, to be adopted back to Christ.
And the glory.
The glory belongs to the Israelites.
And the covenant.
Both the covenants, the old and the new covenants, belong to the Israelites.
And the giving of the law.
The law, the Lord only gave the law to Moses to give to the Israelites.
In the service of God.
And the service of the Lord. Whatever he do is for the Israelites.
And the promises.
And the promises of this Bible belong to the Israelites. Keep on going.
Whose are the fathers.
And we belong to the fathers. We are the children of God.
And of whom, as concerning the flesh.
Not spiritual Israelites, but concerning the flesh and blood.
Christ came.
Christ came for the Israelites only. Okay. Okay. And so I'm going to prove that you are an Israelite. So your father is a so-called black man, right?
Yeah.
Let me see if this happened to him or your ancestors. Check this out. Because the Bible is talking.
My dad is dark skinned. My mom was just light skinned. So
okay.
My brother became dark skinned. I became light skinned.
That's how it be.
That's fine.
That's how it be. If we could show you in the Bible that the man Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, before Israel was even a country or place or anything, there was a man named Jacob, and he wrestled with the angel, and the angel changed his name to Israel, right? But that man had a twin brother, right? And his twin brother came out white and red. Excuse me, he came out red all over like a hairy garment, right? They called his name Esau. He's the father of the white people.
Yeah, what is that? The Enoch? Is that what it is?
Jacob and Esau. No, you talking about, y'all know he's talking about Jacob and Esau. This is a story in Genesis chapter 25 and verse 25. Jacob and Esau. That's the whole story of the Bible, right? Jacob and Esau. Your forefather would be Jacob, the father of the Israelites. And the white man's forefather is Esau. and they're enemies. They hate each other. From then all the way to this day. You can understand that, right? Check this out. We're reading what's going to happen to Jacob's children, the Israelites. Check this out. 28 and 60. Oh, you know, get to the point that the sign, their sign.
Got you. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 46.
Uh-huh.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
The curses. These are curses that the Lord said would happen to the Israelites, the children of Israel, if they broke his commandments. He said, hey, when you keep my commandments, you're going to be blessed. But if you break my commandments, here are some of the curses that's going to happen to it. Let's see if you can identify.
Okay. And a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
They're going to be on you for a sign and a wonder, is what he said. The curses are to identify who the children of God are, right? These curses are. Certain people are cursed, and if they meet these specifications, that lets you know that they're children of Israel. They're Israelites.
Well, it's been a pretty. I mean, life started off pretty well. Then my dad passed, and I was up here. My mom had her own agenda, so it's kind of fight for yourself. So
sorry to hear that.
I mean, thank you. It's just, I mean, life goes how life goes. I mean, it's up here, it's all the way down here, and in between. So
check this out. Check this out. We gonna give you some good news though. Check this out. 28 and 60. Remember, this is a curse that we're going to read that's going to happen to God's children because they broke his commandments. This is how you identify who God's children are.
Well,
this is Deuteronomy 28 and 60.
Like we sold ourselves, and then they treated us.
No, that's what I'm about to show you. Check this out.
I mean, it was a trick.
No, we didn't sell ourselves. You think you're an African, but that's why I brought you up here. Check this out.
I would think so. Yeah.
You're not though. Check this out.
I'm not American.
I'm gonna show you. Check this out. Check this out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Do you remember what the Israelites were doing in Egypt?
Like the slave stuff.
They were slaves in Egypt, right? The Bible says when they broke the commandments of God, he's going to bring them back into Egypt. But this time he's going to bring them into Egypt by ship. What people do you know, a whole nation of people that went into slavery on a ship?
I mean,
We who? Who? So-called Africans, right? That's the proof, right? That's a symbology of it, right? Everybody know the story. Read that one more time, King.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord gonna bring us into Egypt, bondage, slavery again by ship. Come on.
By the way thereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again.
He said you never gonna see your homeland ever again. You never been back to Africa. Even if you go back, you don't know where to go. It's 50 different countries in Africa.
That probably wouldn't accept me at this point.
Right, me either.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
He said, and there you're going to be sold unto who?
Unto your enemies.
Unto your enemies. Now, when we got off the slave ship, who was we sold to? What the Bible call them?
What's it, like enemies? Yeah.
Okay, come on.
Your enemies.
Uh-huh.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
For slave men and slave women.
And no man shall buy you.
And nobody's going to buy you. Meaning redeem you out of that slavery. Nobody's going to be able to come and pay enough money to get all of us out of the slavery. He said that's going to be a curse.
That's a free yourself.
The freedom.
At this point,
61.
At this point, but you can free yourself now.
How can we free ourselves? Do we got a land to go to?
If I knew that, I would be already.
We're going to show you how to free yourself. We're going to show you. We're going to show you. Check this out.
I mean, what is it? I mean, education has been like the best. I mean, not just like the all right, only school, but if you learn how to learn in the school setting, you can learn how to learn in life. And yeah, this information is something that's going to make sense. This doesn't make sense with all the other stuff that I actually know. You know what I'm saying? This is proven stuff, so I don't have to think about this anymore. I don't have to second guess. This stuff is proven.
Right.
So the more that you collect, you know, you come to other stuff, you're like, okay, I already know this, and this can't be, you don't know everything, right? You only know what you know, but the more stuff that you know, the better that you
That's why he said, my people die for lack of knowledge. Come here, check this out. Hold up. 61 from the top. This is the gospel. This is the good news, and this is what I'm trying to show you. This is how you free yourself, or this is how you're going to get free.
This is Isaiah 61 and 1.
Uh-huh.
The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because the Lord have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek.
Uh-huh.
He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted.
To bind up the brokenhearted.
To proclaim liberty to the captives.
Liberty to the captives. Like we said, we were brought here on slave ships, wasn't we? Yeah. But we still captive, ain't we? When Christ comes, when Christ comes, what people are going to be captive? Are he talking about prisoners? He really is talking about prisoners, because what people can is the white man over here? Is he a captive? Did he come over here in chains?
They didn't come over here in chains, but like,
Is he a captive?
I mean, look to your right. They can be just as imprisoned as us, but it's like a number of them are not.
Right. So we talking about
Right.
specific people. Is a Chinese man a captive over here? Did he come over here against his own will?
I mean, definitely not them. They actually learn from white
Okay.
people.
Okay. So the
They don't
so-called
like us either.
right, they don't like it. What about the real Africans that come over here and they braid our hair and they from Senegal and all these different places?
Well, they chose to come here. Yeah, I mean,
They chose a lot of them chose,
yeah.
and I'm not saying all of them are African. I mean, not Israelites, but some of them are Israelites. But for the most part, those are the ones that sold us, right? So the Lord is coming. He said to free the captives.
And the opening of the prison to them that are bound.
The prison is South America, North America, and all these different continents that got the Israelites captive. You're a slave here. You're
Yeah,
made.
I was born
You,
here.
yeah, me too. They make us work. They make us spend our money to live and to buy their water and to buy their food, and they own everything. So we got to work for them in order to live.
But look
Right.
though, it's unfortunate because we were brought here as slaves. But it's anyone that was born here is gonna have to work for it.
I know that,
You
but
know,
but
at
the
this
point
point.
is nothing wrong with working. But when you working for another nation, that's the curse.
Yeah.
We're working to support them, and they're getting rich, and they make all the rules. They do what they want to do. Keep on going on that, King.
Look, it's like all you can do is work to the look, because you're gonna have to work. Like we're gonna have to work. Like it doesn't matter how correct we are. Like that, because I was angry for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. And at the point, I just said, you know what? I have no option but to play the game.
And that's the same thing
think
for
that-
us. The Bible says if a man don't work, he shouldn't eat. We got to work too, but we got to understand what are we working for and what are we working towards.
I know, I understand. It's like it's like I mean, at the point where I realize I wake up with a to-do list and it's not my to-do list, but I still have to get it done. Well, then then whose to-do list is it? So like I mean, I get that, but I mean, at the end of the day, I can't just be like, fuck this, and then just stop. Or shit, I'll be hungry.
Yeah, so like,
do you work on a do you? Well, go you.
I say real quick. I want to address a point you made a while back when you said if we go to the schools and just get edified, get knowledge enough, we'll be better off.
Yeah.
The schools are not made to edify us and build us up and teach us who we are. They don't teach us that in them schools. They don't tell you who you are. Right? You mostly get taught when you in their schools what they want to teach you as far as the Holocaust. That's all through. That's everyone. Everybody know about the Holocaust. They don't teach
It's
about
the Rockefellers.
They don't teach about the transatlantic slave trade, the Sahara slave. They don't tell us who we are. So how can we be built up in knowledge and wisdom if they don't help us find out who we are or who we once were?
I don't even know how we would be able to do that, like word of mouth. But like, it's
That's what we're doing. That's what we're here.
That's why we're out here.
That's why we out here. You know what I mean? The Most High has sent His prophets out to the street corners, the highways and the byways. You know what I mean? To wake up the elect, the sheep, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Did you know that Christ only came for the lost sheep of Israel? Like you didn't know that you were an Israelite. We just showed you according to the Bible. How you doing, my brother?
I mean, I know.
All right.
You did from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm from somewhere over there. I used to think I was Egyptian.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
Look, listen.
I know, I'm just saying I just used to think because I'm a mechanical engineer and I like to build. I thought maybe that had something to do with like pyramids. I don't know. A strong like fascination with like music, like astronomy, where we actually sit in the universe.
Yeah.
But I was like, if it was a whole bunch of people like me and they just started to do things, it would probably look like Egypt.
Right. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I don't know. That's something different. But the Lord put a spirit on you, and He put gifts in you and talents that you can use to build up the kingdom of heaven. Because He said the kingdom is in us. But the main idea, the main point that you're out here, brother, is because you're an Israelite, and the Lord is calling you to come back to the covenant with Him, or you're going to remain in captivity until He comes.
But it's like, what do you necessarily mean by return to the covenant?
I'm going to show you. We're going to show you.
Look, and then I gotta pick up this focus supplement, and then I gotta do some research.
Understand?
Yeah, because that's the auxiliary to do list.
Ecclesiastes 10 and 12. Yes. Okay. Ecclesiastes 10 and 12. My bad. Or Deuteronomy 10 and 12 and Ecclesiastes. What is it? 13 and 10.
Yeah, but see, like I do like research, but it's like I'm curious about like nature. Like I like to be informed. I like to educate myself.
Whatever we educate.
The school will not teach you what actually. It won't tell you the God's honest truth.
Nah.
But it'll teach you how to learn, and then you can figure that out for yourself.
Well, you come across the prophets because the Lord has to draw you into his covenant. I mean, draw you back into, he got to open your eyes. He's got to draw you in, right? Come on. This is the whole point.
This is Deuteronomy 10 and 12. And now Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Now that you know you're an Israelite, what does the Lord want you to do?
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways,
right,
and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul,
right,
to keep the commandments of the Lord,
right,
and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
You got to keep the commandments. If you want to get to the kingdom of heaven, you got to keep the commandments. Do you know any commandments?
Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal. I don't know all of them, but I know like a few.
What about the dietary law? Because you know there's more than 600 laws. You know the dietary law?
I don't think we're supposed to eat pig.
Right. You don't eat pig, do you?
Right.
I mean,
stop it if you don't. It's a sin.
Hardly, but yeah, I be trying to save money, and bacon is cheap, and I eat it with some grits.
Call on the Most High, and He'll feed you. Because man shall live by bread alone, right? What is that, Matthew 4:4?
By every word that proceedeth out the mouth of the Lord.
Man don't got to live by bread alone, by every word that proceed out of the mouth of the Lord. If he show you making a sacrifice to say, oh, I'm not eating that because I know I'm an Israelite, that's a sin. I want to please the Lord. That's when he starts opening more avenues for you, and he'll feed you.
I feel like he's opening them up in like different ways, though. Like, I don't know. Everyone's under constraints, and like regardless of how many rules, you're gonna make mistakes. I mean, it's part of being like human. So like, I mean, you are a body. Like, you're a body, and then you're like a soul and like a mind, and they don't always agree. So then you make a mistake. That doesn't mean that you're forever like cast off, but I don't know. I kind of like developed this like mindset: fall forward, fail while you're moving forward. So you have to have like a objective, kind of like a mission, purpose, these kind of things. So that a vision while you're moving through life, right?
Yeah. Well, you don't have to have a failure mindset,
but I'm
brother.
saying if you're failing while you're moving,
don't fail, because if you fail, you fail. You know what I mean? We don't have to fail.
You have to fail. You have to fail. What is it? Try, fail, learn. The only way to learn is to
a righteous man. What is that? A righteous man falls 7 times. Yeah. What is that? But one thing I did want to show you is you got, and I know you on your way and everything, but you got you know what you ever heard what NASA means in Hebrew?
What? That's the National Aerospace Science. Wait, what is it?
Hold on, let me get it.
I don't necessarily know that I want to work for NASA. Maybe like SpaceX, but I do think we should expand beyond the Earth.
NASA in Hebrew means
just based on all the stuff that's
it means to lead astray, to dilute or beguile. Basically, it means a trick. NASA is a trick. It's a prank. It's to lead you astray. Okay, it's a lie.
Okay, what about SpaceX?
In Hebrew.
What about SpaceX?
SpaceX?
Or like, look, okay, but look, you got to think about this in like a different context. Like, okay, so all this like terrible stuff did happen here on Earth, right?
Right.
Okay. Okay. So why can't there be other planets?
Oh, we don't doubt that there are other planets.
But I'm saying, like, why not? Like, why not go?
Why not go to other planets?
Why not? Centuries, or not centuries, forever.
Right. We're not opposed to all of that. We're just saying that, the so-called white man, he set up these different systems and places to lie to us. Even these universities, you were talking about getting a better education, etc. It's a lot of these things they're implemented to lie to us.
I have no choice. If I stop, I'm gonna have loans, and then what's it called?
I understand.
What's gonna be a lie is if I'm at McDonald's and I just spend all that time and all that energy and all that brain power.
Do what you got to do. You got a precept, King. Yeah, do what you got to do, but keep the commandments.
That's what he was talking about with Proverbs 24 and verse 16. For a just man falleth 7 times and rises up again, but the wicked shall fall into his mischief.
Right. So he's saying, like, if you do fail, get back up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Try
and that's what you were saying. Okay, I can understand that. But don't have the mindset that I'm going to fail. Have the mindset I'm moving. If I do, but I'm
small fails. I'm gonna take small fails so that I can win large. Yeah, that's
okay, brother. But just make sure that you win. Yeah. And to win is to get the kingdom, not none of this worldly. So I don't know what your aspirations are in life. Shalom.
Hope rolls.
Hope rolls.
I don't.
Bowl? Or you mean VP dough? beefy dough. Did you like pizza? It's
somewhere down.
Isn't it running down that way?
it's next to. It's called the Half Barrel. It's a bar.
No bother. Come holler at us when you get a chance, sis. Yeah. But yeah, these different institutions and stuff, they set up to lie about us. I don't know what your aspirations are, but this kingdom, it's going to be destroyed. So if you're setting up for a to be prosperous here, I'm not going to tell you not to make your money, do what you got to do, but this thing is going to go down real soon. And if you don't got a ticket to get in the kingdom of heaven, you're going to be in trouble.
I mean, I feel like it will. But look, okay. So I initially, when I came in, I was like, all right, I think airplanes and stuff are cool. Whatever, so and so. Yeah, it may not be ethically right, but yeah, I'm gonna work for the military. I'm gonna work on these airplanes, and people are gonna attack America anyway. So like, I'm really kind of protected. Okay, I'm gonna probably work for like the electricity grid. Everybody needs power. That's like a common commodity. You need that for life. I find that to be a good vision. That to be a good goal, right? Yeah. What is it? To be concerned with keeping the power. All right. That'll be my contribution to society. So I feel like even if it goes south, it's not like I was here doing something bad. I was working with utility companies.
Right. You seem like a good brother, my brother. Yeah. But hey, we ain't here to teach you to go away from that. Do what you got to do. But what we saying is, remember, what nationality are you? Israel. According to the Bible, you're what?
Israelite.
You an Israelite, King. You a Jew. Right. According to the Bible, you're a Jew, and you got requirements to do, and the Lord will make you prosper. What is that? Give me Isaiah 48:17.
I'm just trying to put myself in a position that requires me to use, I guess my gifts.
Hey, the Lord, He didn't give it to you for nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? We were in slavery creating all of these inventions and all of this type of stuff, and they was taking credit for it. The Lord, He made us the most powerful people on the earth. 48:17. Yeah.
I'm right there.
I think biologically, and then money and all this stuff came into it.
Yeah. Check this out.
It's Isaiah 48:17.
Right.
Thus saith the Lord, thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel.
Right.
I am the Lord thy God, which teacheth thee to profit.
He the one that teaches us to profit. We the one to get the upper hand in the game. Some of these brothers use the Lord's gift and His favor to go and hustle and sell drugs, do all this stuff, and they're using it the opposite way. That's wicked. But you got a good gift, and you can use it to prosper. Keep on going.
Which leadeth thee by the way that thou shouldest go.
The Lord is going to lead you by the way that you go, but the way that you get led is by keeping the commandments. The commandments are a light. The commandments are a light. If you keep the commandments, that separates you from everybody else.
But like I was saying though, it's like you try your best, but like inevitably I try my best and I end up being human. And like,
I got a precept for what he was saying.
You got it.
Hey, but look, I'm about to do this and I got to get it done.
Okay, let me get this last precept out, King, and
then I hit my girlfriend's phone and she was panicking.
Oh my goodness.
I just want to bring this out. This is Matthew 6:31. I'll just get to it. 33. It said, but seek ye first the kingdom of God.
Do what?
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
And you seek the Lord first, and everything else going to come. It's going to fall into place.
I mean,
keep the commandments.
That's vision. My dad was big in church, but I mean, one of the last conversations we had, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to complete school or not, and he was like, you have to. But like, just the older that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's part of my vision.
Okay. Yeah. That's good. That's a good goal to have.
You said you like to research like the history and everything. Did you scan this barcode for us so you can look this up and check this out?
Yeah, check it.